Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Mackenzie. I'm an artist and fiber arts creator. I've been crocheting for the past 5 years and really wanted to start sharing my work. My plan this year is to upload more often, so we're kicking that off today with everything I crocheted in 2024. This video will be broken up into categories of things that I've created throughout this year, and all the patterns used will be listed in the description down below. So without further ado, let's get into it. I want to say before we get started, I don't know the order in which I made these things, so it won't be in order, but I'm pretty sure I grabbed everything that I made this year. So without out of the way, now I can show you everything that I've made. We'll start off with the biggest section I have behind me right here, clothing. I want to say before we get started that all of these items are not in the order I made them. I do not remember, and I think I grabbed everything, but I was trying to just go through all of my photos and go in order and see if I remembered other things in between, because I took most photos of things, not good photos, just as I finished stuff, but yeah. So I grabbed what I could. I think I grabbed it all, but okay. So the first item we have is this chunky sweater. I think you can see it. I'll insert a clip right here of me wearing it. This chunky sweater, it's based on a pattern by I Crochets. She has a tutorial on YouTube for it. I'll link it down below. But I based it on that. I kind of changed it up as I needed, but it helped me learn my favorite stitch now for making sweaters, which is the yarn over slip stitch, which I'll show you a little better. It almost looks knit. It's got the V's of it, and it's super flowy. I mean, I used chunky yarn for this, so it's a little heavy. I used the Karen Colorama Ogo in, I don't remember the name of it, but I got it from a discount place. And when I ran out, I actually had to buy more of it. But luckily they had more in stock at that place, because when I tried to look up the color name online, it didn't exist for some reason. But I was able to get more of it. So I can't tell you the color, but I can tell you it is the Colorama Ogos. And I had so much of it. It had a yellow color, but I just took that out because I didn't like it. But yeah, so this was the first one I made. And then after that, I made this purple sweater here. This is my dream sweater. I had wanted this for so long. It's also made with that same pattern with the little V's there. I will say I did use a thinner yarn on this one, and I did go up a couple hook sizes because I wanted it looser than that one was, so I did go up a couple more hook sizes. So I probably used the same hook that I used for that one. This is Loops and Threads Impeccable in black and petunia, and I paired that with Hobie, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll just say Hobie. With Hobie's Alpaca Blaze, which is a mohair, I think, in black and wisteria. And I love how this one came out. And this had been my dream sweater for so long that the year previous, I had made a puppet of myself, which she's right here. And she has the exact same sweater on, just I didn't use mohair, and it's normal. I think it's double crochets, but ignore her hair, it's a mess. But yeah, so I knew I wanted this to be my brand. I drew myself in the sweater in my profile picture. Yeah, so I knew I wanted the sweater for myself. The only thing I wish is that when I sewed it together, I didn't do the arms as tight on there. You'll see when I post, when I have the try on there, but it bunches in the arms a little tight. Other than that, it's fine. It's just a little tight there, but it fits nice. I still don't mind. It's still enough room to move around, but it's not flexible really. I can't wait to wear this one more. I only got to wear it once last year, so hopefully this year I'll be able to wear this one more because I love it so much and it's so cozy. And now that it's super snowy outside, it's nice and cold and I can wear it without dying of sweat. But that was my purple sweater. Like I said, also using that same video from I Crochets. I've just adapted it a little more into this, and I didn't do the same ribbing from that video. I did normal ribbing. I think it's single crochet ribbing. It's either single crochet ribbing or I did yarn over slip stitch again. So that's my purple one. And then, like I said, I love that pattern so much that I decided to make another one. This one is an off-the-shoulder one. This is her. This one's so nice. It's so light and airy. This was actually inspired by a knit sweater I saw Amazing-ish Grace wearing. That was knit, but this one, I used that same pattern of the yarn over slip stitches. This one I kind of adapted a little differently. I didn't like cut it for the neck. I just kept it in like a straight panel with sleeves, and I didn't do any ribbing, so it would kind of like hang off the shoulder. But it's so lightweight and loose. This one is in Loops and Threads Facets in the color Autumn, so it's like a very like thin fiber. I think it's a weight 4, but it's like got a very unique texture to it, and I have so much of this, but I think it came out really cute. I really like wearing it. I can wear it any season because it's great for layering, or I can just wear like a tank top underneath. But oh my god, I love this thing so much. I can't wait to wear it more. I say that about everything. I make all this stuff and then I feel like I never get the chance to wear it. But yeah, that's my off-the-shoulder top. And then with that yarn, I decided to make this tube top. It looks like a skirt, but yeah, I just I did either yarn over, I don't think I did yarn over slip stitches. I think I did half double crochets just in the back loop, and then the top is single crochet ribbing. I believe it's either that or it's half double just with a smaller hook. That's her. I do have to wear something underneath of it because it is a bit see-through, but it's also in that Facets yarn. I haven't gotten the chance to wear this yet because I did make it in July, and I'm not really a tube top person. I was just trying to use up that yarn a bit. Maybe this year I'll get the chance to wear it. We'll see, but that's the tube top. So in May, I went and saw Hosier in concert, which I love him so much. I love Hosier. Dream concert. I was so excited to go see him. And I thought crochet kind of fit the vibe and the aesthetic for what to wear there. So I wanted to make something. So, like I said, it was in May. So I made this bolero, and it's made top down. This was the first thing I've ever made top down. But I used acrylic yarn and it's long sleeves. And it was going to be like 90 degrees when I went and saw him, and it was outdoors. So I was like, that's going to be too hot to wear. So I made 2 other vests instead that I could wear with like a tank top because I knew I was going to get too hot. I just didn't know what vibe I was going for. So then I made this. Oh, it's inside out. I made this granny square vest. And I didn't really like the vibe of it. I took photos and like all of this and planned different outfits. And it was cute. It just wasn't the vibe I was going for. And I used like these really big gray buttons on it. But from what I remember, I don't like how this fits, I think. I feel like it fits weird, but I don't remember why. So in the try on, I'll put a note at the bottom of if I like how it fits or not. But I do think it's really cute. They're all black and white, but the one on the back in the middle right here, it's different from the rest of them. So I think this one came out really cute, but we'll see if I wear it. Like I said, I didn't wear this one to the concert either. I made a third top. This was the one that I ended up going with. It's some mesh stitch that I found on Pinterest. It was like a chart, so I just wung it kind of. It had a tie in the front as well, but I didn't like the tie, so I took it off. It made it look kind of funky. And the armpits, I think, of this one were kind of weird. But it's fine when my arms are down, you can't really see. I'm pretty sure it was kind of loose in the armpit. But this was what I ended up wearing to the concert with this bandana I made, which I know I have an accessories section, but I figured I should put this with this. And this was inspired by the Unreal Unearthed album, because it was the Unreal Unearthed tour. So I put a little daisy, which should probably be blocked because the edges are kind of coming up, or I should like sew them down. But yeah, and then it has the yellow for the tie. So I thought that outfit came out really cute. I'll put a photo of my concert fit there. I will say, like I said, it was 90 degrees. I made that with acrylic yarn. It was so hot. If I make it again, cotton yarn. Oh my god. It felt like I was wearing a blanket under my arms. I was so hot in it. I think I ended up taking it off and just shoving it in my bag or something, but oh, it was so hot. And before that, I did not like how cotton felt. It was like too scratchy feeling to me until I found one by Yarn Bee, and it was so soft. I was like, okay, this is a done deal. I'm using cotton from now on. So my goal for the new year is to use up the rest of my acrylic yarn because I have so much and just like switch to natural fibers. But with the cotton yarn I bought, this is the Hot Mesh Vest pattern by Crochet Treat. I love this so much. I think I used a heavier weight, so I might have modified the pattern a bit because I think it called for a sport weight. But yeah, this thing is perfect. I've worn it at least 2 times, might have been 3 times now, which that's a lot for me because I don't really get the chance to wear my stuff I make often. I love this thing. I can layer it so nicely under long sleeves, tank tops, anything, and it's so breathable. I love this thing so much. I can't wait to get more wears out of it. I literally wore it for my birthday this year because I was like, I love this thing so much. I need to wear it again. It's the Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel Cotton in Honey It's Homemade. I love this yarn so much. I went back and got another cake of it because I needed it in like every color. And I did buy some cotton yarn, so I'm very excited to work with that this year because I found some nice soft ones. Because I do not like how the like sugar and cream one feels. That one is so like rough to me. I hate it. I mean, after a couple washes it might loosen up, so let me know if you know, but I really like this like soft cotton. It's so much nicer for me. Okay, this next thing is another full set with accessories. This was my Halloween costume this year. This year I was Chowder for Halloween from the cartoon Chowder. I made, oh, you can't really see it well. I made this turtleneck in Bernat Velvet yarn in Potent Purple and Bright Magenta. It's another one in a yarn over slip stitch. This one I just really modified, and it has like a V-neck that I went in and put a triangle of the pink and did a deep big turtleneck on, and it has a little triangle down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, and it's on the collars. This thing is so soft. It felt like I was wearing a blanket for Halloween, honestly. And I did take notes on this, so if you want a pattern for it or something, or a tutorial, let me know. I can try and make one for you. But this is that, and then with it, I made this hat. I don't remember how I made this. I think I made a cat ear, and then I made like a tighter brim, and then I chained and attached this. I think I wrote it down, like I said. If you want to know, I can make a whole thing about this set. But it fit a little too big, so on the inside, I don't know if you can see it well, I slip stitched in some elastic, and it fit my head with that, but it was so tight, I had a slip stitch pattern across my forehead. So, and I do have a fairly large head, but I might take that out and either redo the ribbing and make the ribbing tighter or something, but I don't know if I'll even end up wearing this again. But that's the hat, and then I also made some leg warmers here in the purple as well. This was just because he has purple shoes and I wasn't wearing purple shoes. This is what the costume looked like. It was so comfy. I felt like I was wearing pajamas the whole night. That was my Chowder costume. Like I said, if you want a tutorial or a pattern or something, let me know. I can work on that because I did take some notes as I went in case I ended up writing a pattern out for it. We're on to the final piece of clothing I made this year. So in November, I went and saw Dan and Phil live for their Terrible Influence tour. So naturally I made something, because of course I had to make something. So I made this sweater of their old bed sheets. If you know, you know. But it's just granny squares all sewn together. And then the ribbing up top, I was so proud of myself for that because it was the first time I've ever done like a split one. I don't remember how I did it, I'm gonna be honest, but it was so fun. I did it on the bottom too. The only thing I wish I did was use a thinner, either a 3-weight or a cotton yarn, because I did use just weight for acrylic, and it's a little heavy. It felt like I was wearing a blanket a little bit. So I wish I used a lighter weight, but also it was a little too cropped for what I liked. I wish I made it like come to my hips. It came more to like my waist. But I'll insert a picture of my outfit from then. It came out so nice. I thought it was so cute. I got so many compliments when I was there. So yeah, I love this. And it was so fast to work up because like I said, it was just granny squares and I only did 3 rows on each granny square. So the longest thing was putting it all together, honestly, because I hate sewing stuff together. So that's it for all the clothing, and we'll be on to accessories. This section will be for all the accessories I made this year. Honestly, I thought this was going to be the second most, but now that I'm actually like looking at the pile, plus knowing about the stuff mixed in with the clothing from the previous section, I think this might honestly be the most. Most of this I have, some I do not. But the first thing I'll show you is my flower bag. This is my flower bag. This is the back of her. I love this bag. It's pretty big, but it holds all of my stuff. I love this thing so much. I just use these like flower power daisies. I had some more. I was actually gonna go around the perimeter. It was like a suitcase at that point. I was like, okay, so I just took out that, but it's a 3x3 on both sides. I did thermal stitch for the straps, which I went around in double crochets around here, which I wish I didn't do because it is kind of pulling a bit where the keychain's attached. I don't know if you can see that well, but I did thermal stitch for the straps. They've held up pretty well, and I lined the bag in just a cotton I found. I like to go to like Walmart and get like the yards of like clearance fabric and just like stock up so I can line my bags or line whatever, but I'm not a seamstress whatsoever. I do not sew. So I do have a sewing machine, but this was a struggle to line. This was the first ever thing I've lined, but I love this bag to death. I use this thing non-stop. If I'm not taking it somewhere, it is holding something. Like I had to take my Switch out of this bag to use it because I had it in there from New Year's. And then I just got this little capybara keychain for it because I thought it fit the vibe nice. Yeah, this is my flower bag. I love it to death, and I will never part with this thing. And the best part is I didn't even have to weave in my ends because it's lined. Actually, I lied. This wasn't the first thing I lined. I lined a blanket last year, but this is the first bag I've lined. And also, first time I was able to use my sewing machine because the blanket, I could not. But yeah, this is my flower bag. The next item I'll show you is also a bag. This is the second bag I made this year. The only other bag I made this year. This is my little celestial bag. I saw a photo on Pinterest of this. And I love the color scheme and the little moons on it. And I hadn't ever made a bag in this granny square pattern. I wish I made it a little bigger. It is a little small. I wish it was more of like a tote bag size, but especially when there's stuff in it, it like really bunches up. And I lined this one as well in just like a lavender fabric. Did a thermal stitch strap again. This one I can wear crossbody or just over my shoulder. You probably can't see that. But yeah. And it hits like right at my hip. And I did buy a clasp for it. I have not gotten around to it yet though. But that's my celestial bag. I thought it was really cute. Worked up really quick. And I still have more of the yarn. This is that same yarn from my purple sweater. That is my like go-to color. But I still have more. So I thought about making like a beanie with just like the moons for the brim. But I don't know because they might be a little too big and also they're on a diagonal. So I'll have to figure that out, but I don't know. I kind of want to make a matching hat for this. We'll see. Maybe this year, but I don't know. That was the last bag. The rest of this stuff I think is all like hats for the most part. So the first hat I have to show you is a little Pim hat. I love it. It has the nerve ending. It's based on Pim from Smiling Friends. I got really into Smiling Friends over the summer, so I found a chunky yarn in pink. I'm not sure which one it is, but I think it's Loops and Threads Charisma in Think Pink, but I'm not sure. I just know it was a chunky pink yarn from Michaels, but it's so nice. And the little nerve ending, I just crocheted over a pipe cleaner because I didn't have a black pipe cleaner. And then on the inside, let me see if I can flip it. I just loosely tied it on the inside, so if I ever want to take it out and just have a normal pink beanie, I can. I was actually able to wear this for Halloween too. Like the chowder costume I wore to a party. This one I handed out to hand out candy. I did a little Pim costume because it was so warm on trick-or-treat night. So I was able to dress like Pim and do like a little closet cosplay of him. But yeah, this is my Pim hat. It fits so nice. I think it might be a little tight. I've changed how I make beanies since, but I know it had left like a bit of stitch marks on my forehead. Yeah, it was nice and warm and cute. This is the Pim hat. This next item I've got here is a balaclava. This is the Pixel Hood pattern by Cosmaudy. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering it. It's a Tunisian crochet pattern, and I use that same chunky yarn from that first sweater, the Ogo, and it has a little drawstring. This is my favorite thing ever. Here, let me, I hope this doesn't ruin my hair, and I hope I don't look stupid, but I love this thing to death. I don't really have the confidence to, like, wear it out, but it is so nice for the snow. Like, we just had snow the other day, and I just caught myself. I look ridiculous right now, but, it was so nice for shoveling the snow. It kept me so warm the other day. I love this thing to death. I did have to modify, let me take this off. I did have to modify the pattern for this just a little bit because it used, I don't remember what yarn it used. I know it had like mohair. It was like 2 strands held together. But, so I did have to modify it and like fix my gauge and do a lot of math, but I love this thing to death. It's so cozy, so nice. My hair is a mess now. Hold on 1 second. Like I said, I love that thing to death. It is so cozy. It is so nice. I love it. I was able to wear it last year and this year. I'm not really confident enough to wear it out yet. I don't feel cool enough to wear a balaclava out, but it keeps me warm in the snow. So it is what it is. This next balaclava, I don't know why I made it. It is not really my style at all. I think I was just trying to use up more of that yarn because I bought way too much of it. But I made this balaclava. I don't know why I fixed my hair. I'm gonna be showing you more of these hats. Let me put it on and then I'll talk about it. This balaclava, it's warm. Don't get me wrong. It was easy to make. My friend's boyfriend did say I looked like Shrek a little bit, so maybe that's why I don't like it as much. Maybe it's the fact I use chunky yarn or the color, but it does keep me warm. I will say that. This was based on a pattern by Zalua. I don't know how to pronounce that one either. I'm so sorry. It is so hard to pronounce. But I was inspired by their pattern. Theirs was more of a scarf, but there was one image that I'll put up. It was more of like a balaclava, it looked like. So I thought it would be nice and quick and easy to make. So I tried to make something. I didn't get the pattern. I kind of just looked at it for inspiration. I don't think I'll ever wear this. It's not really my style. Like, it's cute, but I just don't like how it looks on me, personally. It does keep me warm, but I will reach for that balaclava, or I have a granny square one if I do want to wear one. I don't usually reach for that one, but I do like my other one, and I have a granny square one that I wear a lot as well. I do like my balaclavas, just that one's not my taste, I feel like. But like I said, it might just be the colors I used or something. The ones from the reference I did really like, so it's probably just that yarn. Up next, I have this lovely scarf I made myself because I did not have a scarf that matched my coat. Let me put it on. It is so nice. I just used the full skein of yarn and made like a nice chunky scarf to keep me warm. It is so soft. I used the Bernat fluffy yarn in cream, and I don't know if it was just me. I hated that yarn. It is so soft, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it's from where I spun it into a cake before I used it, but it would like spread apart into like thin twine, and I'm pretty sure like it might be a bit of a roving yarn, but I'm not too sure, and all the reviews online seem pretty good for it. I hated it. I had to cut it off and like reattach it and weave in a million ends for it, so that's why I just used the full skein on this thing, because it like did not like work up nice. You can, oh, and I just did the yarn over slip stitch on this one as well, but let me see if there's a spot you can see it a little bit. You can kind of see it here. I don't know if it'll focus, but you probably can't see it, but there's some spots where like half the stitch is like thin and half is like thick. So let me know if you have that issue, if you've used this yarn before, because I don't know. It's super soft, but I will never use that yarn again. So I just used up the whole skein on this. And it is very soft. It's not really itchy. Keeps me warm. So that's my scarf. Yeah, and it has like fiber hairs. I don't know if you can see it, but like that just came off of it. So yeah, that's my scarf and the fluffy yarn. This next item I do not have on me. It was a Christmas gift for my grandma. I made her this hat and wrist warmers, the like granny square wrist warmers. This hat, super cute. It's not really my taste, it's more her taste, but the pattern, it's just like an 8-row repeat that I did around, and then I just did like black ribbing. I used Red Heart Roll with it in Showtime with black yarn, and I, for some reason, thought I'd use way more yarn than I did, so I bought 3 cakes of that yarn, so I've just been like trying to use it up because I have so much of it. Yeah, so I used that. I used like half a cake for the hat and the wrist warmers for her. She loved them, and it came out super cute. It's her style. The hat, I didn't really follow a pattern, I just made it up myself. That's her hat and wrist warmers. With that yarn, I then went on to make this little bonnet ear warmer for myself. I do have clips in my hair right now, so it's like kind of bubbling up, so ignore that, but it keeps my ears warm. It's really cute. I use that same yarn. This pattern is the Little Bonnet by Crochet Treat. It worked up so fast, so easy, so cute. I love this thing. It keeps my ears warm. It's not itchy. It's pretty lightweight, but it worked up so quick. I think it took me a couple of hours, but it's so cozy. I love it so much. And like the colors aren't really my style, but like I said, I had so much of that yarn I was trying to use up, and I still have more of it even after some of the projects coming up, but it is so like cute. I might make some in other colors that like actually match my coat, because this does not match my coat. It's a little bright for my taste, but it's like a diamond shape almost, and it just like folds in half and then has like 3 stitch ties. But yeah, that's my little ear warmer bonnet. Okay, and this last thing, it's kind of just a group of items, and I don't have all of them, I will say that first. I made a bunch of ear warmers and beanies to put out at Christmas and to take to New Year's for people to just take, because like I said, I'm trying to use up my yarn. So I did a bunch of chunky yarn, and then I also double stranded 2 of the cakes of that roll with it yarn, and I made a bunch of ear warmers and beanies. So I don't remember how many I made, but I came home with 3 ear warmers and 1 beanie, which I kept the 1 beanie for myself, and I'm trying to get rid of the other 3, and I still have to ask one more person, but this is the beanie I kept for myself. This one's in Premier Puzzle yarn, I believe. This is when I modified my beanie pattern, so if you want that, let me know, because this is the perfect beanie for me now. I did use the yarn over slip stitches, but I've worn this thing probably 3 times since New Year's already because it's been so cold, but I like this beanie a lot. And then the ear warmers, I made 2 different types. I only have that Premier Puzzle yarn left and the Red Heart Roll With It cakes still. So I made some in just this straight. It's the Tunisian knit stitch, and this one's just a straight one, and then I made one with the twist in it. And then I have one more over there still in the puzzle yarn, but I was running out, so it's like really small, so it's like a children's size. But I have a little bit left. I just didn't want to attach anymore, so I might make it a little bigger if nobody wants it, and then see if somebody wants it. Yeah, so that's the last one. I do have like a little bit more chunky yarn in like 3 different colors, so I have enough probably to make 1 more ear warmer, and then all my chunky yarn's gone. I finally was able to get rid of it all. But yeah, so these were a big success this year, and I was able to use up some yarn and just get rid of stuff, and people were able to keep their ears warm. This was it for the accessories, and now we're on to the random stuff. Okay, this last section is all the random stuff I couldn't fit into the clothing or accessories category. So I only have 3.5, 4 of the items here with me, but a lot of it, there's quite a few things, but those were the only things I was able to actually bring to my room. First off, we have something that I didn't have to bring to my room because it is my blanket for my room. This thing is so heavy. Hold on, let me try and show you. I'm knocking things over. This is my room blanket. This is all, just wait for acrylic. It is so heavy. If I had to guess, it's probably like 5 pounds, but it is huge. I'll try and put a better video there because I cannot fit the whole thing into frame, but I wanted it to match my bedding. You can kind of see it, but that is the blanket I made for my room because I needed something to match in here. It's the Harvest Moon block and extension by the Floral Hook. So it's 2 separate patterns. That center square is one of them, and then the border around's another, so you can just have it as like a square, but I wanted it as the blanket for my room. it was so intricate and time consuming. I'm pretty sure it's labeled as beginner, but oh, it hurt my hands. It took me a long time to do. But it was so worth it. I love that. That was like a little birthday gift to myself. I love that thing. This is the back of it. It's so crazy. And the texture is insane. But some of my ends have come out. I don't care. I'm using this thing to death. But I love it. It's so warm. And the textures. It's so textured. I love it so much. It's like so fun to like touch. But this was the first blanket I made this year. And I want to preface this by saying I hate making blankets. But I made 2 this year. And when I was like organizing my studio area where like the rest are, I think I figured out that I've made like 6 or 7 blankets, and I was like, why? I hate making blankets. But I made 2 this year. So this was the first one I made, and I made this one for myself for my birthday, like I said. Yeah, I love this one a lot. And then the next one I made is this Christmas one here, which it was pretty viral on TikTok. That's how I found out about it. It's the Sirdar, I think that's how you pronounce it. Gingerbread crochet along blanket pattern. It was like 6 weeks, I believe. It worked up so quickly. I used a 4-weight. It calls for a 3-weight in it and just sized up my hook. But it's so flowy and nice. Like I said, it worked up so fast. I joined in on week 3 and did the first 3 weeks all together. And then just finished at the time it was supposed to be finished. But I love it so much. It is so cute. This video does not do it justice, but the only thing I wish is on these pink stripes, I don't know if you can tell, that like peach color, it's like, it looks gray next to the pink, so I wish I just used like a lighter pink or something, but that's like my only complaint about it. But other than that, it is so nice and it was so fun. Like, I genuinely loved making it. And I think my favorite part is probably the little peppermint swirls. Or the, if I can find it, jeez, the Christmas lights. They were really fun to do too. But I really like doing color work. So my least favorite part was these green stripes with the yellow like baubles on it. That was so tedious. I hate doing just like a boring rectangle basically. But yeah, that was this. And oh, there's a little fringe on the ends. This was the first time I've ever done fringe. But I'll try and have the thing up as it goes. But I loved making this. And it's so nice. It sat out all Christmas as decor. I think the 6 weeks ended before I decorated for Christmas. I like made that my benchmark because I think I made this in November, end of November. I might have had it done by Thanksgiving. But yeah, this was that. This next item I don't have with me, so I'll put up a picture of it. I had made these little, I made 2 of this. I made 2 little starsuit jumpers for my mom's friend. I've been really wanting to make these. It's the Junie starsuit by She's Hooked Designs. I saw these, I think I saw them on TikTok like a year ago, and I was like, man, these are so cute, but I don't know any babies. But I was like, man, it's so cute. I really wanted to make it for somebody. So I was like, hey, I've got a bunch of yellow yarn. Ask her if she wants it, because I will make them. So I made 2 of them. And I haven't seen the babies in it. Neither of the babies are born yet. But this is what they look like. So I can't wait to see like what they actually look like on. And the pattern, it comes in 3 different sizes, I believe. And there's a section of the pattern dedicated to how to make it bigger, like as the baby grows. But I think I just made the 0 to 3 month size, but it might have also been a little big. But I won't know until a baby tries it on to know what size I actually made. But yeah, that was that. And it came out so cute. I can't wait to see what they look like wearing it. The first one was fun. I got bored by making the second one. I just wanted it to be over a little bit. But yeah, okay. Jumping back to Christmas time, I made myself a little tree skirt. I don't have it with me because it is in my Christmas decor tote. I put everything away and I did not want to take that thing out. This was another just like scrap yarn project. It was like just pentagons worked together and tied in the back. If I made another one, I'd either make the pentagon smaller or take a pentagon out because it did bunch up a little bit. So I didn't really like that. But with gifts on it and I just kind of pushed it to the back, it looked fine. I didn't care. But it came out cute. Nice quick project. I finished that right before I finished the blanket. It made my tree look really cute. Another thing I made for downstairs in my studio area, I have a futon down there, and I needed somewhere to put my like TV remotes because I don't really have a side table on that side. So I just made this little remote pouch, and it has 2 pockets, one big pocket that I'm keeping my DS in right now, and then the little pocket is just for my remotes. But the capybara pattern, I found that on Pinterest. This is the grid. I'll put it in the description if you want it. Credit to the original creator. I don't know who it is. I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's just a little capybara on my remote pouch, and it's been handy. I just have little ties on the back, which it kind of still slides around, but my futon doesn't really have like arms of a couch. It's just like a metal bar, so I just needed some way to hold it on, so I just put like 3 ties on the back. But it works. It's been convenient. It's held my stuff like it's supposed to. So yeah, that's my remote pouch. Okay. This one, I don't have. I could grab it, but I'm not gonna do that. I made a little 12-day Advent Snoopy plush set for my sibling for Christmas. So I made Snoopy. That was the big like Christmas Eve gift. And then I just made little pieces of clothing for him for like each day up to Christmas Eve. So I made like little collars. I made a scarf. I made a beanie, his puffy coat, like the blue puffy coat. And I made a Santa hat. I think that was, oh, and I made like a little elf collar to go with the Santa hat and some scarves and stuff. Oh, and I made the Joe Cool outfit too. I did make these little animated spinning gifs of the Joe Cool and the puffy coat outfit. And yeah, he came out so cute. I'm not an amigurumi creator whatsoever. I'm not good at making plushies. So I think I made the head of Snoopy twice. But he came out so cute. He was a fan favorite of Christmas this year. And the Snoopy pattern, it was a free pattern I found online, so I'll link that down below. But all the clothes were free-handed. The puffer coat, I was so proud of. I like lost sleep over it because I was thinking of how to make it. And it came out perfect first try. That was easier than the Joe Cool sweater, which I made a million sweaters for myself. And I've made one for my puppet, which has the Velcro back. So I don't know why I struggled so hard with that. That took like 4 tries. But anyway, that's Snoopy. He came out so cute. Up next, this was a bit of a cheat. I did technically finish it in 2025, but it was like the last 4 rows. Let me grab it and then I'll talk about it. This is my Fuggler, Mackenzie Jr., MJ for short, and she is wearing a little sweater, which I Tunisian crocheted. It is the knit stitch, and I literally only had the like collar left, and it was like literally 4 rows of the collar I did. And I was trying to work on it, and I had like a cheap set of Tunisian crochet hooks that were like plastic, and because it was so small, it snapped. So I had to order a new like good crochet hook, and so I had to wait for that to come in, and it didn't come in until this year. So technically I finished it last year, but I finished it the other day. But this is her, and the yarn actually, it's loops and threads. I don't remember the color, but it's a 3-weight. It was mixed in when I accidentally bought it when I bought the yarn for my Christmas blanket. So I just used it for her because I thought it was cute and it matched her colors well. So yeah, that's her. She's got a little necklace. I decorated her on myself. Yeah, so she got a little sweater out of that yarn, so I was able to actually use it. Okay, we're on to the final thing that I made in 2024. And I almost forgot to include it because I finished it so late into the end of the year. I forgot to include it in my list until I was writing out everything for this video. And actually, you've probably been looking at it this whole time. It is that tapestry right there. It's kind of niche, but it's the window from Jancy's office in Drawtectives by Drawfee, which I love Drawfee. I don't know if you guys watch Drawfee, but Drawtectives, it's like a role-play murder mystery series where they solve stuff by drawing, and this is the window in Jancy's office. I really wanted a tapestry for there. I did make the pattern myself for it. I gridded it out in Stitch Fiddle, but I will be making a video soon of like different Drawfee stuff because I have another idea and I just bought the yarn for it. So that I'll probably talk about more in that video, but I will put up a picture of it closer up because it is on my wall and I don't want to grab it down. But that just worked out super quick. I really like how it came out. And please check out Draw Detectives. I love that series. Season 3, episode 2 just came out, and the one host that creates everything, Julia, kills it every time. It is astounding how beautiful everything is. I cannot vouch for that series enough. Please watch Draw Detectives. Season 3, I'm pretty sure you can go into blind without knowing anything. You'll catch on to the character dynamics quick. Or there's 2 other seasons ahead of it you can watch. But oh my god, I love Draw Detectives, so I do not shut up about it, and you'll be hearing more about that probably from me later this year. But yeah, that's the tapestry I made for my wall. And with that, that's all the completed stuff from 2024. I do have 3 whips. I will show those now. So that was everything that I completed in 2024. But I do still have 3 whips that I never finished last year. So first up here, we have Alan from Smiling Friends. I was trying to make like a big plushie because I have like a 3-foot plushie of Minecraft Enderman. And I wanted to make another like big long plushie like that. And I had all the yarn for this. So this is Alan. Like I said when I was talking about Snoopy, I'm not an amigurumi creator at all. So he was very experimental. I was not following a pattern. I was just going from the top of my head, and I kind of started to get a little fed up with him. His eyes are something. They're okay. I don't know if you can hear it. My cat is screaming at my door. Hold on 1 second. Come in. Come in. Come on. Come on. I don't know if you can see him back there. He's on my bed now. But yeah, so this is Alan. I got his whole body and his leg done. He just needs another leg, his arms, and his tie. And I have all the yarn. Just got done with him. Didn't feel like working on him anymore. I was on to bigger and better things. But yeah, the reason I stopped working on it is I think I found him kind of ugly and didn't think he looked good at the time. I think he looks like fine now. So maybe I'll finish him. But I don't know why I thought he looked bad. I don't know. But yeah, that's Alan. He's very soft, I will give him that, but he's just been sitting rotting away at my desk. So, yeah. Okay, next up is a purple mesh sweater I started. It's literally still attached to the yarn. This is all I've gotten so far of it. I don't even remember which way's up at this point. Oh, I'm holding it upside down. This way is up. This is the Aurora sweater pattern by Kuzo Knits. I saw it on Instagram and was counting down the days for that pattern to be released because I needed it so badly. And it's working up cute. I'm using that same cotton yarn and I'm using the alpaca blaze from Hobie that I used for that purple sweater that I had left over. And it was coming out cute, but from what I remember, it's like not wide enough. And then when I realized I needed to take it all apart, it kind of just sat because I did not want to take it apart. And mohair is not fun to take apart. So, yeah. I do want to finish this year, though. This is a big plan of mine because I have all the stuff and I've been really wanting it. So I do plan on making this year. I will get this one done. Okay, this last one broke my heart. I started making a 3/4 zip and it's just a big granny square, and then I just did a Tunisian knit stitch. I even got the zipper on. That I thought was going to be the hardest part, was the zipper. Turns out, it's the sleeves. I, for the life of me, cannot get these sleeves to fit my arms. I tried 4 times, and I'm pretty sure it's still like tight to my arm, and I want it kind of like loose, like how a sweatshirt fits. I cannot get it to fit. So I eventually got so fed up, I threw it in a box and haven't touched it since. And that's when I started working on my Christmas stuff. It was coming out so cute. I just got so fed up. But I do want to finish this year. I literally only have to fix the sleeves and weave in the ends. I think I just need to I don't know what I need to do, but I'll figure it out. She's looking so cute too. And one of my goals for this year was to learn how to knit, so maybe I'll knit the sleeves or something, because I think one of them is fully stitched up. Yeah, this sleeve is fully stitched up. I will try it on real quick and then we can talk about it a bit more. So I put it on. I don't know if you can see it well, but the sleeve, it fits. It's just so tight in the armpit. I think I just need to like do increases in here maybe, and it'll fit better. But it's not as bad as I thought. Yeah, it was looking so good. It's just the sleeves. This one's all up. This one's kind of not. But it was looking so good. I just got very frustrated with it because I took it apart like 6 times, I think. But I do want to finish this year. I plan on finishing all 3 of these whips, but this one just made me sad. So I might just make the square 1 more row bigger, and then I'll just then make this a little bigger because it's just, it fits good in the forearm. It's just the armpit, it's too tight. But yeah, like I said, I got the zipper even in, and the zipper's fine. It's just that one spot, and I'm so sad. But I can't wait to finish this. So this and the Aurora sweater might be the first things I do this year. That's a lie. I've already made 1 piece. But yeah, those might be my first crochet pieces this year, which we'll talk about that in a few. But yeah, that was all my whips. I will see you back in a few. Let me get this off because it is tight in my arm. That's everything I created in 2024. If there's anything freehand that you're interested in tutorials or patterns for, let me know. I do make little notes for myself in my notebook as I go, so I can neaten them up. Just let me know in the comments and I can do that. My goals for this year are to try and use up my acrylic yarn and try to move on to more natural fibers. I also mentioned learning to knit this year. I've actually started that and made the Sophie scarf already, so I'll probably post some updates about my journey throughout the year. I also mentioned at the beginning of the video how I want to post more this year, so it'll be a combination of things from crochet to art to anything in between, whatever I really feel like posting. I think I'm going to try and switch between the 2 at first and see where it goes from there. Last year I was in a pretty bad art block, so I kind of let that take the back burner and let crochet kind of take over. But I miss creating, and while I don't want to burn myself out, I do want to share my passions with everybody, because why am I gonna just keep it for myself? I want other people to share my joy in the stuff I create. I'm gonna try and upload weekly to start off, and we'll go from there. We'll see how comfortable I get, how regular of a routine this becomes, and then maybe it'll increase, maybe decrease, but I just want to test the water out, do once a week, and we'll go from there. All that to say, next week will probably be a drawing video, and then the following week it'll be a crochet video, and we'll alternate between the 2, and if there's other things, I'll sprinkle them in there. We'll just see how things go and go based on that. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping now and get out of here. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment if there was anything you liked or anything you want to see more of. All of my socials and patterns will be listed in the description down below, so if you're interested, please give that a look, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!